James Carville is still alive. And that, my friends, is an accomplishment on its own. But James Carville, apparently he thinks he could beat up President Trump. Let me hear this.
I cannot wait to get in the morning and just kick the living crap out of Donald Trump. It just gives me joy, pleasure. It brings a smile to my face.
So he's just basically talking about getting online and talking shit about him. So, you know, when this guy he's been predicting that the Trump administration and the Trump campaign was going to fall apart during the election. He's been predicting that everything's going to fall apart very soon. He's a Democratic strategist. He's an idiot. He's completely out of his mind. And he's completely unhinged.
We had a catastrophic debate. We had a catastrophic nominating process. We nominated a person who actually turned out to be a little bit better candidate than I thought, which, you know, I wouldn't think.
How is Kamala Harris a better candidate than you thought? How make sense of that, please. This is why Democrats are so out of touch with reality. She was not a better fucking candidate. She was a terrible candidate, and it's okay to say that. And the fact that Democrats can't say it because they're scared of her identity shows you that Democrats have learned absolutely nothing. Kamala Harris is a stupid motherfucker. She is the definition of a DEI hire. She is the poster child of DEI. She didn't earn anything. The best thing she did was sucked dick. That's the best thing she's ever done in her career. That's the only reason she's gotten anywhere, by being a side chick. And sitting here saying that she was a good candidate is absolutely fucking ridiculous.
He's going to beat that much, who actually did pay for taxpayer-funded transition surgery for prisoners. Okay, right. If you asked me to come up with something more unpopular than that, right, I'd say, Piers, you got to give me about 30 seconds. All right, yeah. And we lost by 1.5. All right,
you didn't fucking lose by 1.5 points. Okay. If you looked at the results the night of, and by the way, there was already cheating anyway. It was too big to rig. They cheated still. They still cheated. Don't think because Trump won there wasn't cheating. Of course there was fucking cheating. Of course there was. And then it's just interesting how it takes California like 3 fucking weeks to finish counting all of their ballots. And it's just interesting how those ballots all skew heavily for the Democrats, doesn't it? It's so crazy how that happens. Must just be a coincidence, though. Get the hell out of here.
Anybody else, I could tell you 5 people that would have won this election easily, even under those circumstances. It's like, if the country wants something different, tell them you got to give them something different. I tell them, you know, and it's not disloyal. And people say, well, she's a very loyal person.
No, she's not.
Loyal to who?
Right.
If you're loyal to Biden, are you loyal to the party? Are you loyal to the voters? Are you I mean, when you say someone is loyal, okay, who are you loyal to? For what reason? And
she's not even loyal to her own fucking opinions. She's not even loyal to that. You look at clips from Donald Trump from 20, 30 years ago, same exact dude, same exact person. Kamala Harris isn't even loyal to her own damn opinions.
You know, it's in the title. There's a lot of Democrats. I can't believe these people exist, but I can assure you they do. They would rather lose on principle than have to compromise and win an election. And there's a word for these people. It is idiotic.
Good Lord. So, I mean, it really is amazing to listen to this guy. And then right here, so this is him talking about the debate between Biden and Trump.
I turned on the TV and it was 3 minutes into the debate. I watched 3 minutes. I took 2 gummies and I started listening to country music because I knew this thing's not going well at all.
No.
It was too painful to watch, but I can show you that to this day. I could walk back to the room I was in the hotel, and I texted the director of the documentary, and I told him, I'm taking 2 gummies and watching country music. This is too brutal for me to watch.
Did you know in that moment, James?
Also,
did you know in that moment that he was not going to be the candidate come the election?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it was pretty evident.
God, man, so disingenuous. So you guys were telling us that he's the greatest president of all time, and that he's sharper than he's ever been. And then suddenly, when Trump embarrasses him on a national stage, suddenly you go to say what we've been saying since before he was even elected. And I am using quotation marks for elected because he was not elected, he was selected. But we all knew Biden. I mean, do you remember those videos? Along with Pop.
As kitchen.
What? What?
My grandpop was named Ambrose Finnegan. As kitchen table, I learned. I used to say.
Oh my God. Holy shit. We're 6 seconds into this thing.
My grandpop was named Ambrose Finnegan. As kitchen table, I learned. I used to say, Joey, nobody's better than you, but you're no better than anybody else. Maybe it's a Scranton. I got a little bit of a chip on my shoulder. Worried about whether they can make next month's mortgage payment. Well, it is what it is because he is who he is. That's why it is what it is. He is who he is. You know, remember when he went on, he decided he was going to convince Bob Woodward what a smart guy he was. So he went on, yeah, smart guy. I'll lead an effective strategy to mobilize true international effort to pressure, isolate, and punish China. Oh,
What?
true international effort to pressure, isolate, and punish China. Donald Trump thinks healthcare. Well, I'm sick and tired of smart guys. I gotta admit.
Dude, this was before the election. We all knew this guy was out of his mind. We knew this. This is on my channel, so if you guys just want to check this out, you can. But that used to be on John Talk's YouTube channel, but he got taken down apparently. He probably took all of his videos down through all that. But he's got his second channel, John Talks 2. So go over there, show him some love. But yeah, man, so James Carville trying to say that this was, oh yeah, we knew it at that moment. Shut up. We've known it long before then. You guys just, your hatred for Donald Trump made you tell everyone that Joe Biden was the best president and the most popular president of all time. And people saw through your lies. And yeah, you got away with it in 2020, but in reality, you didn't get away with it because now here we are in 2025 and all of the wrongs have been turned around for the most part. We still have a ways to go, but that's why I was always so adamant about we need to get Donald Trump back in office and no other choice will be good enough. Not Ron DeSantis, not Vivek, nobody but Trump. And that's why I will continue to hold the people accountable that jumped on DeSantis bandwagon. I'm sorry. I can't, like the Tommy Lahrens of the world, the Ben Shapiro's, the basically the entire Daily Wire. You know, if you were on the DeSantis bandwagon, I have trouble thinking that you have the best interest of the country in mind, because you have to be an idiot to think that Ron DeSantis was a better choice than President Trump after what we witnessed. They locked Donald Trump supporters up. They locked up a guy for MAGA memes. They tried to arrest Trump. They shot at him. They did all of these things. They raided his house. You have to fix that in order to move forward. There is no other solution other than Trump getting back in office and proving that all of your evil behavior has to be held accountable. And that's why I will always stand by that. So that's where I lost all faith in DeSantis when he ran, and his supporters were basically fringe, kind of like, they were like fringe Trump supporters like in 2020 or 2016, but they only did it reluctantly. But like as soon as they found someone better, they jumped ship. And the majority of DeSantis supporters and his cabinet were just TDS members. And I'll never forget that.